Hello, hello. My name is Annie, and today I'm doing my budget check-in and my unstuffing, as well as my budget closeout for the month of August. So, coffee time. I have been working so much in the last week. I think I worked a 65-hour week. I don't traditionally work this much, but I'm in the peak season of my business, and on top of that, I had staffing emergencies. So, when staff can't come in, as a small business owner, I've got to pick up the slack. I am absolutely exhausted. So I last left you in the first 2 weeks of the month. So I've got basically 3 weeks to unstuff. Now, from the 14th to the 20th, I didn't actually have that many expenses. This is when I started getting really busy. Groceries, $58.90, and then Aldi, $21.93. Then I bought some new knives. I bought a set of Fury knives. I actually didn't buy any knives when I moved out. I left my nice knife set with my sibling. And so I had just collected those Coles MasterChef knives, which aren't particularly great. So I saw these on special, so I picked them up. They're much nicer to use, and quite frankly, what I was used to cooking with before. So $118, that was a good deal. My Apple subscription, $4.49. And then I had a big dinner out. I had my best friend's early birthday, but really it was really her anniversary, wedding anniversary. But she had to travel internationally. So we went out and had a very expensive steak dinner. It was very lovely though. I think I will insert some photos on screen. It actually turned out to be much cheaper than I thought it would be. Because we shared entrees. I think we got some kind of scallop thing with mushrooms. It was very lovely, but we shared entrees. And after having one of the glasses of wine, thought that their wine list wasn't particularly impressive. So I only had one wine. And somebody ordered an Aperol Spritz, which, they then hated. So I'm like the group's garbage dump. So I get everyone's unwanted food and drinks. So I drank that one too. I did also have a dessert which I believe was a cheesecake. It was very nice, but I wouldn't have called it a cheesecake. It was a mousse rather than cheesecake. Anyway, it came with a raspberry sorbet, which was absolutely delicious. After that, we went to the casino. Now, I'm not a particular advocate of gambling or anything. I think if you do, you do you. But I get very stressed if I have to gamble, I don't have to gamble, but if I go and gamble. If you watched my first unstuffing for the month, then you would have seen that I played the lotto at the very beginning of the month. I put down $10.80 and I won $11.55. So realistically, the most I was willing to gamble was $10. Now, I wasn't willing to pull out cash from the ATMs at the casino. So I borrowed $10 of my best friend's lunch money. We went and played roulette. I actually came out a few dollars on top. The stress of it got to me. And at that point, I preemptively threw in another $200 into my mortgage. Just the guilt got to me. Then we went and played the pokies. I basically sat and watched my best friend for like 30 minutes. Anyway, she came out swimmingly well. She put in $50 and I think she pulled out like 90. But I put in $10. I borrowed $10 of her lunch money And then I panicked. I got up to like $20 and I was like, okay, I've doubled my money. Just don't lose the money that I owe her, okay? And then as I was going to cash out, I got another like $7. Anyway, I cashed out at $25, $27 and returned her $10. So I came home with $15 and some coins. For those who are collecting, both of those were AAs. So I'm not a particular collector of any banknote or anything, and I don't, ascribe any luck or anything to these kind of things, but I don't know what I'm going to do with my $15 now that I'm cashless. Probably it'll just sit in my wallet. If you have suggestions, drop me a comment in the box below. Also, a reminder that I have an offer from ING at the moment. My bank is offering new customers who sign up and fulfill the conditions before October 31st, $100. So the link is in my description box. So, third week of August was $343.32. I did pull the dinner money out of groceries, and then next week happened. This is where everything went off the rails. So I had to basically cook and meal prep and freeze everything for the next couple of weeks. I started with a couple of bills, phone, electricity for the month was $75.58. I did get cash back from ING. You get 1% for your utility bills, so 76 cents back. Toilet paper, dishwashing liquid, deodorant. I bought more Tupperware for my meal prep because although I do have some, it wasn't enough. So I spent another $18.88 there. Then on Friday night, I got my usual dinner takeaway. I think I had Thai. Then Aldi, Asian Grocers, Coles, and then I bought my coffee beans. So because I had to do all of this meal prep work, I basically was going to be over budget because I spent my dinner out money and I originally had categorized it into the regular food grocery shop. I then went back and recategorized that as part of the splurge money. Speaking of splurge, my family went over budget by $170 this month. I pay for my parents' expenses, and something about an air fryer going bad and whatever. I had left that air fryer when I moved out, and I'm pretty sure I gave that to my sibling, so I don't know how it ended up with mum and dad. Anyway, long story short, it fizzled out. I bought them a new one. So this week was much, much higher at $580.45, taking the month that so far to $1,466.96. Finally, for the last 4 days of the month, I didn't have time to do anything except for work, as well as pay my bills. Now, I already knew which bills were due anyway and which bills came out. They have already come out anyway, but I anticipated it would be by the end of the month. Sydney Water came out at $193.80, again with the 1% cashback from ING, $1.94. Health insurance, council bills, and a strata bill came out. So this week it was just bills, and I'm eating completely out of my fridge and freezer. So just bills, it's painful. $1,236.43 with a month total of $2,703.39. This is a very high month for me. Let's unstuff. Bills and utilities. This one took a shellacking. Second week or third week, $5. I think that was the Apple subscription. Then $125, followed by $270, leaving me with $675. So 500. I've got to make change. 500 out, 100 in, 600, 50, 75. $675. I also just got my gas and hot water bill. That one has gone up by about $20, $25 for the quarter. Council rates got paid this morning. $330 is coming out. $250, $300, $20, $30, leaving me with $10. I don't know why they've calculated it this way. This one is low, and then the next 3 quarters are much higher, and they're equal. I don't know why they didn't split it equally over 4 payments. Oh well. Strata levy also got paid this morning. The whole thing's coming out $640, 500, 600, 20, 40. Emptied. Nothing came out of medical, nothing came out of business, savings, nothing came out, emergency, nothing came out. Groceries. Now this one was a strange one. In total for the month, I spent $594.01. So I have $5.99 left. But because I have been using my HSBC account where I get 2% cash back for every tap under $100, I've ended up with excess money. So I actually have $30. So yay. I'm going to take out this $30 and I will put it as part of my redistribution in my next month's cash stuffing. Splurge. This one also took a big hit this month. I had my dinner out and then basically the over budget for the family is coming out of this. So $20, then $140, then $155. So that $140 I originally took out of grocery money for my dinner out, but who am I kidding? I need my fancy coffee beans. And to be honest, I could have absorbed it into my regular eating budget, but I wanted coffee beans, so no. So leaving me with $110. 110 staying, so coming out is 100, 200, 50, 70, 90, 95. $295 coming out of splurge. Home and miscellaneous also. I bought my knives and toilet paper. So 70, 20, 120 and 45. And also it absorbed some of the family expenses as well. So leaving me with $5. So 150, 65 coming out of home and miscellaneous. Family got unstuffed in the first fortnight. Nothing came out of gifts and hosting. As for rollover, first fortnight I already did. The third week, $2.51. Then I don't know where I found an extra $10. Then fourth week, $1.77. And finally this week, $5.51, taking my total to $53.35. And I'm going to add in my $30 of cashback and grocery money. So I've got $50, $70, $80 in here. And I will just add that to September's cash stuffing. So that's been my unstuffing and spending for the last 3 weeks of August. I hope you've all been well, and although I think it's getting to be t-shirt weather, I am in a t-shirt or blouse today. I hope you're still enjoying your coffee or your drink of choice, and I will catch you next time. Bye.